Take it with you.
Good evening. I'd like to call the March 2nd meeting of the City Council to order. Will you all please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. Madam Clerk, will you conduct the roll call, please?
Blinker.
Here.
Nargi. Here. Snyder.
Present.
Weiss. Present. Reynolds.
Here.
Brown. Allersmeyer. Downing.
Go here.
Williamson. I'm seeing y'all over there. He did. It's okay.
I'm here. I'm just confused.
Okay, I got you. Quorum. There's a quorum present.
All right.
Somebody's present.
We need to approve the minutes of the February 2nd meeting, please.
I move we approve them as communicated. Second.
All right. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? All right. All those in favor of accepting them as written? Say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign? Okay. Presentation and disposal of claims.
There are none.
Presentation of petitions and communications.
There are none.
Reports of city offices on file in the city clerk's office.
Fleet maintenance, monthly January. Renew department, monthly January. Waterworks department, monthly January. Lafayette Fire Department, annual report 2025. Lafayette Renew Department, annual report 2025. Lafayette Waterworks Department, annual report 2025.
Thank you. And those reports are available in the clerk's office or online if you're interested. We do have a couple ordinances up for second reading tonight. Ordinance 2026-01.
An ordinance establishing the Southeast Industrial TIF Fund number 4750.
What's the pleasure of the
Here,
council?
Ordinance 2026-01.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
Good evening, Jeremy Deal, City Controller. Madam
evening.
President, members of council, this ordinance authorizes the creation of a new fund to distinctly account for the city's share of the Southeast Industrial TIF proceeds and resources. Both the McCarty TIF and the Southeast Industrial TIF are shared equally between the county and the city. Historically, the city has held all resources of the McCarty TIF, and then we've paid claims on behalf of the county upon their submittal of invoices to us. And conversely, the county has held all proceeds of the Southeast Industrial TIF and paid claims on our behalf upon submittal. This system has worked, but it's been administratively cumbersome. So we'd like to change things up a bit. The county and the city have recently redefined a procedure for handling the resources of the shared TIFs. So this ordinance proposes authorization of a new fund so that we can distinctly account for all of the money that we are due from the Southeast Industrial TIF. We can manage our own cash assets, more easily conduct transactions. So this does not change anything else about the TIF, and I respectfully ask for your approval.
All right. You guys have any questions for Mr. Deal? No? All right. Any public comment toward this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
Thank you. We're now ready for ordinance 2026-02.
An ordinance to amend ordinance 2025-37, an ordinance fixing the salaries of the appointed officers and employees of the city of Lafayette, Indiana, other than the sworn protective occupation and law enforcement members of the police and fire department.
All right, what's the pleasure of the council?
Madam President, I move that we hear and approve ordinance 2026-02 on first reading.
Second.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, we are here on second reading today for some changes to the salary ordinance. In the Parks Department, as we discussed last month, we are going to be deleting the position of Director of Operations and Projects and adding the position of Outdoor Recreation and Athletics Coordinator. And then we are renaming the Aquatics and Equipment Supervisor position to a Maintenance Technician. In the Police Department, we also have a renaming. We are renaming the position of Uniform Division Technician to Administrative Assistant. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions or
No
comments?
change.
Net, no change, yes. No increased financial obligation, correct.
Any other questions or comment from the council? Any public comment towards this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
Thank you. We do have 6 ordinances up for first reading tonight. The first one is ordinance 2026-03.
An ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County, Indiana to rezone certain real estate from I-3 to GB.
All right, Mr. Riley?
Thank you.
Hey, we need to
put it on
bring
the
that.
table.
We need to put it on the table, yeah.
ordinance 2026-03.
Thank you.
Second?
Second, thank you.
Thank you. Kevin Riley, RTS Law, representing the petitioner. We were here a few months ago to rezone an adjacent property from I-3 to general business. Petitioner, same client, same owner. That's the Culver site that's going to go in on Veterans Memorial. The petitioner is now under contract to purchase this site and wants to rezone to general business. We did file a commitment after discussion with the city attorney and others, and I think that commitment reflects what we discussed and agreed to. It essentially provides a list of uses that are prohibited that would otherwise be permitted in general business. So we did include that. Again, as I said last time, there's been significant development in that area with the Meyer going in on the corner of Concord. We expect that retail will continue to push the direction of this site. Area plan voted to recommend approval at last month's meeting. We request your approval as well. Happy to answer any questions.
You have any questions for Mr. Riley? No? Is there any public comment towards this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
We're ready for ordinance 2026-04.
An ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County, Indiana to rezone certain real estate from R1 to R1C.
All right, what's the pleasure of the council?
I move we hear ordinance 2026-04 on first reading. Second?
Thank you. All right, Mr. Riley.
Again, Kevin Riley, RTS Law, representing the petitioner, Habitat for Humanity. We are requesting to rezone a 1.5 acre lot from R1 to R1C. R1C zoning allows for smaller lots than what R1 allows for. Habitat plans to subdivide the property after the rezone. We don't know at this point how many houses we're going to be able to fit in there, but we do expect multiple houses at that location. These homes would be sold to first-time home buyers, making between 40 to 80% of the area median income. There were some objections raised at the Area Plan Commission meeting by some neighbors about traffic in that area and parking. And I believe, after talking with the city attorney, that we're not aware of any complaints made to the city to date about that. Is that correct?
I did receive some additional information today, but generally, yes, that
Okay.
is, we have not received complaints through code enforcement or official complaints through our fire department.
Okay, thank you. I would note that Area Plan staff did enthusiastically support this project, and then Area Plan Commission did vote to recommend approval. So request your approval and happy to answer any questions you have.
Mr. Clinker?
Yes.
Yeah, each house that you do develop will have at least a one-car garage and a driveway like a typical Habitat home, correct? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Very good, thank you.
Any other questions or comments for Mr. Riley? All right, thank you. Is there any public comment toward this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
All right, we're ready for ordinance 2026-05.
In order to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County, Indiana to rezone certain real estate from R2 to NBU.
I move we hear ordinance 2026-05 on first reading.
Thank you.
Second.
Second, thank you.
Good afternoon, or I should say evening, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Dean Withered Burns, also board member for Right Steps. We are seeking rezone from R2 to NBU to accommodate the Dennis Burton project. The contemplated building's a 2,800 square foot facility for affordable childcare that will be managed by or operated by Right Steps, a nonprofit organization dedicated to providing cost-effective childcare services to working families. The real estate in the area has a history of being a location for community resources. The location's excellent in terms of having local or nearby residential development, schools, and businesses. I know there's a lot of support already from, I believe the city's donated essentially the land for the project. APC was very supportive, received a 12-0 recommendation that this be passed. And we are respectfully asking for this council to share that support and requesting it be approved.
All right, any questions or comments for this ordinance?
Approximately how many children are you going to be able to handle there?
I'm going to defer to our CEO on
Okay.
that. 182,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Great.
Will the park remain next?
I believe so. There's
That's the plan, yeah.
4,000 square feet of outdoor space reserved for, I think, essentially a play area, I believe.
Very good.
Park to the south of it will.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Perfect.
I'll make a few comments.
Yep.
Madam President. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the council. As you know, we have been working on this project for quite some time. We know that childcare is an important issue in our community, and I want to thank, I'm not going to name them all because I leave people out, the number of groups that have come together to try to build this facility that will be able to help with childcare, also help with training of new childcare professionals. It's also going to have the ability to do shifts, even some overnight, that we hope, and we know that that is a big need for people in the community. And we're very pleased, as stated. We think this is a great use for the neighborhood. It's a great use for the use of that property because it gives back to the community and it gives back to the neighborhood. As you know, several years ago when the Hannah Center actually moved over to the North End Community Center, the city also played a role in that by donating $1.5 million towards that project and that move. The city is also involved in this project, as you heard, with the donation of the land and some other funding. And we're also actually going to put in a new playground as this moves. That's also part of our commitment. So it will be larger. It will go back. We also own the lot just to the south of it there. So good for all the kids that will be playing there. Good, a better playground even for the kids in the neighborhood. And we think that we can make this into a very, very productive area. And again, and keeping in that tradition of doing an activity there that will give back to the community. We talked about that. It's probably been 5 or 6 years ago since the North End's open. It's been a long that we wanted to make sure that whatever happened there really did give back to the community and kept that tradition. And I think this is a wonderful, wonderful way to use that property and to give back to the community and help those families. We know affordable, good childcare, and particularly good, affordable childcare is very challenging to find and very hard for folks that, you know, cutting it close, right, with their checks and stuff. So we would appreciate your support on this. I want to thank Tammy and her team, and Dennis Carson's been involved with lots of things. It's in Claudine and the parks. It's really been a group effort to try to get us to this point today, and hopefully we can move forward. And it is a substantial, you know, it's a multi-million-dollar facility. So we appreciate everybody's support.
Thank you. Any questions for the mayor? Mr. Brown?
No, I'd just like to make a comment. Because I paced around the floor for a while over this. Because I know how much time I spent at Hannah Center and what I did there, what a lot of people did there. And I cannot put my hand to this. I cannot countenance the erasure of the last bit of the history of Black Lafayette going away. Even though I understand completely the need for childcare, the fact that, you know, it's a good project. Something good is gonna happen from it. But it is painful for me. I cannot put my hand to this, so I will abstain.
Thank you. Is there any public comment towards this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we'll conduct a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Abstain.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 6-0 with one abstention.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you. We're now ready for ordinance 2026-06.
An ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of Tippecanoe County, Indiana.
All right, what's the pleasure of the council?
I move to hear ordinance 2026-06.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you.
All right. We do have an amendment to the Unified Zoning Ordinance tonight. Neither of the amendments will actually really apply within the city of Lafayette, but since it is a Unified Zoning Ordinance, it is up for consideration in front of you today. The first change that this ordinance addresses is building height in R3W and R4W. It is basically making a consistency methodology of how we measure height, and then a 40-foot maximum has been adopted by variance in a lot of these districts, so APC is kind of catching up with what has been happened in practice. And then on accessory dwelling units, we did not adopt that in Lafayette, and neither did West Lafayette, but Tippecanoe County did adopt it. And as it's been implemented, they realized the accessory dwelling unit ordinance was written more for an urban setting and not so much for a rural setting. And so these are changes to the ADU that will make the ADUs in unincorporated Tippecanoe County fit a little bit better with the rural setting. So happy to answer any questions.
Any questions or comments from the council? Is there any public comment towards this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
Thank you. We are now ready for ordinance 2026-07.
An ordinance vacating Hannah Street in the city of Lafayette, Indiana.
Madam President, move to hear ordinance 2026-07.
Second.
Thank you. Thank you both.
All right, we already heard about the exciting Right Steps project in their rezone, and this ordinance is a complementary ordinance to help support that project. As part of the project, we need to vacate Hannah Street, which is still listed as platted right-of-way, but has not been used for actual vehicular access. It's used for parking or pedestrian. So with vacates, as we know, usually when we vacate right-of-way, half of it goes to the properties of the north, half of it goes to the properties of the south. This ordinance is a little bit different because the entire width of Hannah Street is needed for the Right Steps project. So this vacate will assign the entire Hannah Street to the parcels to the north, so that it can ultimately be one assembled package of real estate that will be transferred to Right Steps. Everything to the south is still Hannah Park and will remain Hannah Park. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions or comments? No? All right. Any public comment towards this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Abstain.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 6-0 with an abstention.
Thank you. Oh, we need to set a public hearing for April,
Oh, you're killing me.
sorry,
Killing me.
April 6th.
April 6th at 6:01.
So moved.
Second.
Second, thank you. Yeah. Oh, we need a, just a voice vote, sorry,
On the public hearing.
on the public hearing.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Okay, we're ready for ordinance 2026-08.
An ordinance amending chapter 8.07 of the Lafayette City Code to update regulations for nuisance vegetation and establish provisions for the managed natural landscapes.
All right, with the pleasure of the council.
I move that we hear ordinance 2026-08 on first reading.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, Council. Haley Griffey, Economic Development Department. Tonight, I am presenting a proposed update to Chapter 8.07 of the City Code related to weeds and nuisance vegetation. An update to City Code was requested by code enforcement previously, and this ordinance was drafted in collaboration with local partners, including the Wabash River Enhancement Corporation, the Tippecanoe County Partnership for Water Quality, and internal departments such as Lafayette Renew. It modernizes our current ordinance, supports clear enforcement, and allows responsible, environmentally beneficial landscaping while maintaining neighborhood standards. So more specifically, why the update is needed is that our current code focuses almost entirely on vegetation height. It doesn't distinguish between neglected properties and intentionally maintained landscapes, and this can create confusion for not only residents, but also staff, and makes enforcement inconsistent. The key points of the proposed ordinance in front of you is that we retain the 10-inch height limit for lawns and unmanaged vegetation. However, it clearly defines and allows managed natural landscapes, which are intentionally maintained, safe, orderly, and non-encroaching, and maintains city authority to address true nuisance conditions and safety concerns. So overall, this strengthens enforcement clarity and consistency. It reduces confusion and resident complaints, and also supports neighborhood safety, appearance, and the city's overall environmental goals. So really, this is a modernization effort that doesn't weaken enforcement, but clarifies and strengthens it. Staff recommends adoption to update outdated language, improve enforcement tools, and support responsible land management while continuing to protect public health, safety, and neighborhood quality. I thank you for consideration, and I'm also open to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.
All right.
I just have a question. How do you think you're going to be able to explain to people the difference between grasses and weeds?
I think that's a great question. And that's actually one of the...
I can't tell myself, so I just...
No, and I think that's a common question that a lot of people have. And that was something we talked with REC, the Wabash River Enhancement Corporation, about over a couple of meetings in terms of community engagement and what this might look like for increased education. And also, this is a question we had from code enforcement, right? Like, how do you tell what's an overgrown lawn versus a managed natural landscape? And a lot of that is conversations with the property owners. And REC has also been so gracious. If you weren't aware already, in their extensive education initiatives, they do free site visits really to any home within our watershed. And they provide education. They also help actually pick out plants that people might want to put in their property. So we actually kind of connected REC and code enforcement so that if code enforcement has a question as to or not whether this is a managed natural landscape, they're able to go to REC as a resource. REC will perform a free site visit for the property owner, and then they're able to decide from there what that might look like for their property.
So it's an educational opportunity as well.
Yeah. So ideally, it's both. It's to improve our code enforcement opportunities, and also it's to increase education in the community.
Great.
I guess I'm concerned because when I'm out there sweating and mowing, sometimes my lawn seems like nuisance vegetation.
But yes,
Should
overall,
educate you.
the ordinance too, just to clarify, it does still contain that 10-inch height limit, especially for lawns or for just overgrown vegetation, except for, of course, managed natural landscapes. And we did, after talking with code enforcement, really want to emphasize that this doesn't include the public right-of-way or that strip between the sidewalk and the road. So that will remain 10 inches or below. Also, the visibility triangle at the edge of properties, if it's above 10 inches, can cause an issue for people driving vehicles, pedestrians, bicyclists. And so that also is to remain visible as well.
So this doesn't change at all from what I've seen in here, any of the current ordinance where if they let it go and they don't take action, the city will still mow it and charge the same fine that we always did, correct?
Yep. Later in the proposed ordinance, in one of the latter sections, there is a note that all of the actual regulations and enforcement will remain the same for weeds and nuisance vegetation.
Any other questions or comments? All right, any public comment toward this ordinance? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Ordinance passes 7-0.
Thank you. All right, we do have 4 resolutions this evening. The first one is Resolution 2026-03.
A resolution of the City of Lafayette, Indiana, approving the issuance of bonds of the City of Lafayette Redevelopment District.
Madam President, I move we hear and consider Resolution 2026-03.
Second?
Thank you.
All right, we are going to talk about some exciting projects and how we are going to pay for them. The project that we are talking about with this bond issuance is the South 9th Street project, which does include full reconstruction of Veterans Memorial Drive to brick and wood, including roadway rebuild, lane reconfiguration, pedestrian improvements, storm and sanitary upgrades, and bridge replacement over Elliott Ditch, and a mini roundabout at Ortman. The total cost of the road and sewer portion of this project is just under $12 million. However, we are receiving about $4.8 million of federal highway funds to support this project. The balance of the project will be paid through a combination of value engineering, cash on hand, and then the bond issuance that we're talking about this evening. The resolution authorizes redevelopment district bonds not to exceed $12 million. The estimated bond funding for the project itself is approximately $6.5 million, which includes construction costs, issuance-related expenses, and required reserves. The higher amount that you see in the resolution preserves flexibility to possibly refinance some outstanding redevelopment district bonds if it is appropriate for us to do so. And this is something that'll depend on what the interest rates look like and if it meets our criteria at that time. The bonds are going to be issued as tax-exempt obligations and will include a property tax backup. That is typical of how we structure our bonds. The property tax backup is a marketing tool. We don't ever expect to have to use that because, as you will see, I did provide you with the financial analysis. There is more than about 250% of debt coverage on these bonds, so we are good with that. You will see also in your information, if you look at it, you'll notice that the first year debt payments are higher than the subsequent years. And the reason for that is we will have some of our Twickenham allocation areas fall off and expire during this. So we are front loading some of those payments to account for that. Happy to answer any questions about the bond.
All right. Everybody good? All right. Is there any public comment towards this resolution? All right, seeing none, we're ready for roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss. Aye. Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0.
All right, we're up to resolution 2026-04.
A resolution of the Common Council of the City of Lafayette, Indiana, approving a declaratory resolution of the City of Lafayette Redevelopment Commission amending an economic development plan for the Twickenham Economic Development Area to include new projects in the order of the Tippecanoe County Area Plan Commission related thereto.
I move we hear resolution 2026-04 on first and only reading.
Second.
Thank you.
All right, this resolution is related to the bond issuance that I just mentioned. In order for us to issue bonds, it must be included in the Twickenham Economic Development Area. So this resolution will add both the South 9th Street project that I just talked about, plus the Poland Hill project, which we are looking at a potential 2028 construction season. However, since we were going ahead and amending the plan, we wanted to include both projects so we don't have to come and do this again. Happy to answer any other questions.
Any questions towards this resolution? Any public comment towards this resolution? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi. Aye. Weiss. Aye. Brown.
Aye.
Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0.
All right, we're ready for resolution 2026-05.
A resolution to transfer appropriations between major budget classifications.
I move we hear Resolution 2026-05.
Second?
Thank you. All right, Mr. Deal?
Good evening again. Members of council, this resolution proposes several final adjustments to the 2025 budget. Exhibit A to the resolution lists several transfers of appropriated amounts, excuse me, from one specific account to another with the objective of remedying or avoiding any budget deficiency in that destination account category. All of the requested transfers are within the same fund and the same department, and they result in no net change to the budget. The sole purpose is to align our final posted expenses with the, or align the budget with the final posted expenses in each case. I'm happy to answer any questions on the requested transfers on the schedule, and I respectfully request your approval.
Thank you.
Standard procedure. This is standard procedure.
fixing the budget matters? Yes, it is.
All right, is there any questions or comments for Mr. Deal on this resolution? No? Any public comment towards this resolution? All right, seeing none, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Blinker.
Aye.
Snyder.
Aye.
Nargi.
Aye.
Weiss.
Aye.
Brown. Allersmeyer.
Aye.
Downing.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0.
Okay. All right, we're ready for resolution 2026-06.
A resolution authorizing approval and execution of an interlocal agreement for the collaboration of a joint human relations commission with the city of West Lafayette and Tippecanoe County.
All right, we have been asked to table this resolution for the time being until they can gather some more information. So I just need a motion to table it.
So moved.
Second.
Second, thank you. Oh, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign? All right.
Very good.
All right, is there any miscellaneous and new business this evening? Reports of standing committees? Reports of special committees? Report by the mayor? All right. Reports of council members? Okay, we're rolling now. Okay, we are now ready for public comment. We welcome public comment and encourage active participation at this meeting. However, in order to proceed efficiently, public comment will be limited to 2 areas of this meeting. First, there will be an opportunity for public comment on ordinances or resolutions currently before the council. These comments should be limited to 3 minutes in length and be germane and relevant to the ordinance or resolution. At the end of the meeting, time will be served for public comment on any issue or concern you may have. Please remember to keep your comments concise and limited to 3 minutes. Public comment is not an opportunity for you to personally attack other attendees, council members, or city officials. Again, all participants are required to maintain a high level of civility, respect, and courtesy for everyone present. Any participant who on their 3rd warning persists in a discourteous or hostile manner, which may disrupt the meeting, will be asked to leave. Any form of physical or verbal threats, intimidation, or violence will result in immediate removal. This is your opportunity to contribute to the community and assist the council in addressing issues that are important to the city of Lafayette. All right, with that said, is there any public comment this evening? I'm going to state your name and address, please.
Good evening, council. My name's Kenny Bright. I live at 29 North 19th Street here in Lafayette.
Go ahead. And
Oh, okay. I've lived here in Lafayette for a couple years now, and this is the first time I've come across an issue that I felt was necessary to bring to a city council meeting. I'm asking the council to terminate their contract with Flock Safety regarding their automatic license plate readers. They were sold to counties and towns under misleading claims that they would improve public safety. These claims were propped up by biased self-funded reports from Flock Safety. They're a violation of our constitutional rights. The database of information that these cameras collect are searchable by law enforcement without a warrant. And this information includes pattern of life of anybody with a car for the last 30 days, wherever they've been, where they're going, where they're at currently. With this information, they can tell where you're going to church, where you're going to school, where you work, whether you're home or not, and when you do those things. In the past, they've actively put people's lives at risk when police make a stop on a Flock Safety camera. And these cameras do have flaws. One county in Illinois has found an error rate upwards of 40% where they misidentify plates, and some of those misidentifications tag a vehicle as stolen when it's not. In Aurora, Colorado, a couple years ago, there was a camera vision error that led to the federal stop and detainment by law enforcement of a mother and 4 children. They were held at gunpoint in the street in Aurora, Colorado, because of a camera error that was ultimately nothing. It was an innocent person, and the police thought they were dealing with a stolen vehicle. And as a result, Aurora, Colorado had to cough up $1.9 million of taxpayer money for legal damages to that family. And as a result, like the contracts Flock Safety makes with cities, is they're not liable for the damages that are caused by their cameras due to use by law enforcement. And there's a whole bunch of other issues I have with these cameras, but I think I'm coming up on my time.
Okay. So thank you for your comments, and we will take them under consideration. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right. Any other public comment? Oh,
Hi, good
Hi.
evening. I'm your Fairfield Township trustee, Monica Casanova, and I just want to share our annual financial report. I brought copies for council members, and I just want to point to a few highlights and then be on my way.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Email. Oh, thanks. You good? Okay.
Just a couple highlights. When I look at 2024 in comparison to 2025, for 2024, we received 528 requests for assistance. That almost doubled. If you look at page 31 of the report I just gave you, in 2025, that number went up by, it was 1,174 requests for township assistance. Out of those requests, we satisfied 857 of them, so it's about a 73% approval rate. In 2024, we gave out $162,620 in township assistance alone. That, again, almost doubled in 2025. We gave out $375,187 for 2025. So those are some of the data points I wanted to share with you. So quite an increase. I just wanted to share last year's annual financial report in an attempt to be transparent in what we're doing at the township office, and I'm happy to answer any questions for you. And if
Any
not, I'll
questions?
take my leave.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got one electronically, thank you, yes.
Evening, council members. My name is Mr. Courtney. I live at 1213 Davis Drive. I didn't know it was going to be a time limit on this thing, so forgive me on this. I've lived in Lafayette my entire life of 53 years, and this is the first time this thing has come before me. And what it is, I'd like you guys to look at. I know your job is hard. I know you probably don't know all these codes by heart. You probably have a book about this thick. This code was something that came about in 1980, so that's well before your time. But I'd like to remind you of a few things here. Mayor, at one time, you served on the police force, right? As a policeman, is this statement correct that you wanted to do it to protect the innocent, to go after the bad guy, to go after the criminal, to make the criminal pay for the crime, not the innocent? Is that a correct statement?
The law enforcement makes the arrest,
Yeah.
the judicial system and the courts and the juries
Well, you know,
do
once,
the other part, yeah.
yeah. And the hardest part is finding out who the bad guy is and where he lives at. And members of the council, I'd like you to think about this, is that we put our full faith and trust that you're gonna do the moral and ethical thing when you make codes, and not just the easy thing, or do the thing that favors one group versus another, that it's, you know, doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, you know, the morals and what's right is right and what is wrong is wrong. What I'm up here about is about Code 36-9-23 of Indiana. What that is the sewage code. I am a landlord. I have, my entire life, like I said, I've lived here. I've had to pay taxes. My first job was in junior high. I paid utility bills afterwards and after high school. I own a home since I was 26. And so I've been paying property taxes and paying my utility bills all these years on here. And so what I don't understand in the way this thing is, in this case, this was a tenant of mine who didn't pay their water bill. Along with they didn't pay their water bill, they left me high and dry, didn't pay me the last month, cost me over a couple of $1,000s worth of damage, which cost me another month of lost revenue because I had to fix the property. And then on top of this, my city that I love, because I served 16 years in the Indiana Army National Guard. I picked that because I wanted to do things for my community on here, and I was willing to put my life down. Now my own city is essentially coming at me with a gun and saying, give me your money or we're gonna put a lien on your property for a bill that I didn't cause. It wasn't me that used that. You know, I didn't go number 2 down that drain. I didn't shower and shave in that house. Why am I being charged the $105 on here, this sewage bill thing? And that's what I'd like you to look into this. Like I said, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. If I raise my voice, I'm not mad at you. It's well before your time period. But, you know, the answers I got from one representative was, well, because they're a big corporation and they got deep pockets and give to campaigns. Well, big deal, I'm a citizen. You know, and I served my country here. And I've been a law-abiding citizen. So what's right is right for everybody, and what's wrong is wrong for everybody. So if you would, please look into that. And again, that is code 36-9-23. It was $105 is what I got charged. If you think it's okay to pass a bill on to somebody else that they didn't use, well, then we had a saying in the military. I mean, you guys represent the city, you're the leadership. And they told us in the military, leaders, you know, do it by example. So if you think that's it, then, you know, give me my $105 back. Show me that that's okay to force somebody else to pay for a bill that someone else did.
What's the charge for?
It's for the sewage.
For what exactly?
It was $105 and that he used. I mean, he's got, that's the thing too. Like I said, there's the name, there's the bad guy, there's the criminal that didn't pay his bill. Is on this piece of paper.
It's a bill from the city?
It's a bill from the city. It's from the city of Lafayette, Indiana Utility Billing Department. And I'm not mad at the lady that was down there. She's just following the code.
And
She was a sweet lady down there.
the property is yours, correct? I mean, it's in your
The
name, you own the
property is
building.
mine, yes, but the utility was, you know, he was to go down there and put the utility in his name, and that was his responsibility to pay for that utility. You know, and I'm already hurt the way it is because of all the damage and the lost revenue.
Have you tried to pursue him to recoup some of your finances? I mean, civil court?
I
Law
mean,
claims?
if you've not been in the business,
It's not worth it, is
you
it?
know, it's like, again, unfortunately, the judicial system, I hear this all the time, landlords have more rights than tenants. I'm gonna say BS. Because you go to the court and the best you can do is get them out of the house, and then after that, good luck trying to collect it. And I'm not gonna just come up here with a complaint, I'm gonna give you the answer to the better way to enforce this thing is just like the only way that us landlords can do this, is that eventually you take them to small claims court, which the city of Lafayette can do that, just fill out across the street, and then when he doesn't show up, then have the judge do a writ, or maybe a writ with a body attachment on there, and then have the sheriff's department or the police department go to his house, knock on his door, and say, Mr. Scott, which is what his name is, you have 10 days to pay this up. If you do not pay this on here, then we're gonna handcuff you and take you down to the jail, and then you can pay a bond to get out. I mean, or it's either that or the city should do like, this is just the same thing. It's like someone going to a restaurant, skips out on their bill. What does the restaurant do? Are they gonna make the person who pays their bill pay for that person who didn't pay their bill? That's the same thing what you're doing here, the way that is. No, the restaurant ends up writing it off. so.
Mr. Courtney, I do want to just provide one clarification for you. The code section that you're referencing, it is a code section, but it's an Indiana state code section. It's not a Lafayette municipal code section, so changes to that would be done through the state legislature. This body doesn't change state statute.
I spoke to my representatives. I spoke to Sheila Clinker's office. I talked to Matt Common's office. I talked to Chris Campbell, and they all said that that code is up to each municipality, the city, as far as how they're going to enforce it. So that's you guys. I asked Sheila Clinker's office to back up what Matt Common's office said. That as far as how it's enforced, it's up to the city council to decide how it's enforced.
That'd be the only state law they've ever created that I think they've given us that time.
Well, that's what.
We'll need to dig into that a little bit.
Okay. And I thank you, and again, it's like, I'm not mad at you, this was well before your time, but I would appreciate you looking into it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine's about 26.
All right, any other public comment this evening? All right, seeing none, we're ready for adjournment.
Move for adjournment.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, thank you.
Hey, Tony, does a mini roundabout, is that like the ones down on 10th, or that it has stop signs, or are they? Okay. Yeah, I got you.